accept the fact that the city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportions. What it needs is Old Testament there. Wrath of God type stuff. Fire, rain, rivers and seas, boiling human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria.
Well, it has been one of those shows. It seems like out of nowhere there has been technical difficulties. You guys keep blaming it on Lord Blanket. I don't think there has anything to do with Lord Blanket, but then you guys are just sitting there telling me, oh, we don't know what's happening, Sam. I guess we're just going to have to blame it on Lord Blanket. I got Tommy and, was it Tommy and Tony? Tommy and, I know Tommy. It seems like there's always Tommy and Willie. I don't know. We got the two guys in the back in the black suits there for General Shu. In the back. So listen, I don't want to hear any kind of nonsense that you guys are sitting there blaming it on Lord Blanket, saying that it's going to be Lord Blanket, that it's Lord Blanket, the reason why there's some breaks and pauses and anything. Anyways, I want to shout out people. See everybody in the chat. The Sam Cams are live up and running. Shout out to Kenzo being first sir, and Big M being first sir over here on Facebook, YouTube, and X. That's where we're broadcasting live from. Yes, like I said, the Sam Cams are live up and running. The Sam Cam is on Instagram over here, and over here we have Facebook, YouTube, and X. So Facebook, YouTube, and X, and Instagram. No, I do not stream on TikTok. Every time I do, I get flagged for misinformation. And all I'm doing is just reading the headlines of the newspaper. I don't know. It seems like that I think that TikTok's upset, because they really have suppressed the algorithm over on TikTok. You know, we were almost trending to get 10, 15,000 in the way that we were going, and then they pushed the button. Now, the reason why I say that they are in control of this is because they are the ones in control of it. There has been actual news articles. You can sit there, you can Google them, that TikTok does have the ability to suppress by just pushing a button. They can actually pump you up too at the same time. So Sir Philosopher, I see in the chat, I see JD Welch, Mud Scuffer as well, Skydro Walker, where you can use the code Skydro, SKYDRO, at extremesets.com. Use that code, you'll be able to save 15%. Your photographs will not look as good as Skydro Walker's, but you will at least be saving 15% while trying to do it. David, I see David in there, White Vegeta, Kato's Collection, Sergeant Schultz, Destiny Marie, Rye Bread 82, and a whole bunch of other people here this morning. Make sure you tell all your friends, tell everybody about it, that we are live. One of the things that I need to talk about right out of the gate here is that we have a new competition. Shout out to Big M over there on, I see you on Instagram as well. Looks like there's a lot of people going. Now, we're streaming on multiple different fronts. We have the Sam Cam Live. We have Facebook. We have YouTube. We have X. And we also have the radio signal. Now, if you are here locally in Richmond, Virginia, all you would have to do is just turn on your radio, and you would hear my beautiful puppet voice over the airwaves in your radio. But you might be thinking, Sam, I'm not close to Richmond, so what do I do? Well, you can go to WDCE.org. WDCE.org is where you can go. You can listen to the live stream there, or download the Live 365 app. Download the Live 365 app, and you will be able to listen to the show and all of the cool, fun stuff that we have in between the segments. Now, I do have some Popeye, the Sailor Man, coming up in a few moments. Popeye just recently celebrated a birthday, and we're going to have, actually have a, we're going to have a professor in here tell us all about it, all about Popeye, and that is Professor Deep Cut Dave coming in on the next segment. After this one, Danny Zanwan, I guess is how you say it. Danny Zanwan, Casper, I see all of you guys. Once again, interactive show. Sam Newsman on Instagram, Sam Newsman on Facebook, YouTube, and X. We're also streaming all over the place. Good morning to everyone. Setting the standard, raising the bar, the only way a real media puppet knows how to do. Now, there's a new competition that is out there. It is Style Weekly. Style Weekly is where you want to go. Just type in Style Weekly in your browser or search engine, whatever. Style Weekly, you're going to see the best of Richmond. When you click on the best of Richmond in Style Weekly, now this is different than the best of Richmond for the Richmond Times-Dispatch in May. Now that's another one, but this is a different one. This is the first time we've actually tried to go after this Style Weekly placement. Now, what happens is it's a write-in. So every single day you have to write in my name, Sam Newsman. You might be saying, well, Sam, where do we go? We go to two different categories. We go to arts and culture, and we go to people and places. Arts and culture and people and places. And what you're going to do, if we go to arts and culture, you're going to scroll down, and you're going to see radio show. And all you're going to type in is Sam Newsman. My name, Newsman, is all one word. Sam, S-A-M, Newsman. Newsman, all one word. Sam Newsman for radio show. You want to do that? That's under arts and culture. Style Weekly. Remember, scroll down. Go to arts. Click Style Weekly. Best of Richmond. Arts and culture, and then what? Right, radio show. But there's a whole other category too. That is people and places. So then after that, you're going to go to people and places. And you're going to scroll down. You're going to see media personality. And you're going to type in Sam Newsman. So if we're able to get into the top three, now what this is a write-in nomination. So whoever has the most write-ins on February 29th, it is leap year, February 29th. So, so February 29th is the end of the nomination round. So now, of course, what's going to happen is there's a couple of things that's going to happen. Number one is it's going to ask you for your email. And it's going to ask you for some information. Now, you can click, no, don't send me anything. They're not going to spam you. They're not going to take your info and sell it off and all this other jazz. No, what this is for is to make sure that nobody cheats in the voting, because we do know that we have other local radio show hosts that actively promote cheating for the one in May. We know that. They actively promote cheating during the one in May, and they're trying to prevent this cheating, even though the host during the May competition will probably actively once again promote cheating, which we don't want them to do. But hey, if that's the only way that they can win is by promoting cheating, then so be it. Then let them win by cheating. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to Style Weekly. It's going to ask you for some information. It's only going to be one time. Then every time you go there for the rest of the next, 12 days? The next 12 days, then you can just sit there and continue just to put Sam Newsman in there. You won't be asked for any more information. And once again, it's to prevent cheating, because we do know that we have radio show hosts here locally that actively promote cheating. It's ridiculous. And they wonder why they end up getting the best votes, and more votes than anybody. Well, if you're actively promoting cheating. Hell, if I want to sit there and start actively promoting cheating, I'll call all of my drug dealer friends and have them sit there and start just ringing up the burner phones, right? We'll talk about that in May. Good grief. Good grief. Okay, so that is, once again, Style Weekly, Arts and Culture, radio show, and then media and places. No, it's a media. What did I say? People and places. Sorry, people and places, media personality, Sam Newsman. Well, cheaters win. They do win. They do win because they're actively sitting there promoting cheating. And they've done this last year. You end up wondering why. You end up getting, you got more votes than anybody. Well, why? Because you're actively telling everybody every morning on the radio that, hey, this is what you do to cheat so I can win. You think I'm doing that? No. I'm trying to do things above board. But if you want to sit there and play cheat games, we can play cheat games. And then we'll see what happens in May when I sit there and I start pulling my cheat levers because you pulled yours. What we're trying to do things above board. Set the standard, raise the bar, be better, do better, win better. Not trying to have any cheating. We want this to be legitimate. So you can legitimately, if you have multiple email addresses, you can legitimately just give one to somebody else in your family and tell them to use that. Oh my gosh. Good grief. Yeah, good grief indeed. It was Valentine's Day. Did you get anything? You know what I saw? I saw an image, and it said it was a meme. It was a milk carton with the date of Valentine's Day. The milk carton said February 14th, whatever, and the date. It said goodbye. It has an expiration date. Anyways, the meme was really funny because it has the milk carton with the date on it, and it said, "Oh, look, even the milk has a Valentine's date, and you don't." Even the milk has a Valentine's date, and you don't. I thought that was a good one. So he said so. And I know your mom did not lie to you, Kenzo. Your mom never would lie to you. Your mom would never lie to you. Moms always know best. Shout out to Mary Murr. She's like the mom of the show. pretty much. She was first first than anybody. Sitting there, texting our offices at was it 10, 15 minutes before the show started, right? Yeah. So I always like to give a shout out to whoever's first. Sometimes if you say first, sir, that just means that your finger slipped instead of hitting the T, hit the R instead, so it's first, sir. But first, if you're first, I like giving people a shout out if they are first. Kind of like one of those things back in the early internet days. You would read an article. You wouldn't have to say anything about the article. You just scroll down. You just sit there first, and then you just leave it alone. It's kind of like it's almost like the original internet troll, just saying first at the bottom of a comments. That might quite possibly be the first internet troll. It's just the first. I don't know. We're gonna have to look into that. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so here we go. We do have a lot of things going on. Like I said, I have Popeye the Sailor Man. I have a couple of things that I'm going to be playing here. Now, man, there's a lot of good stuff when it comes to Popeye. Now, I did get a list from Dave, from Deep Cut Dave, Professor Deep Cut Dave. However, there's going to be some of these things that I don't think I'm going to get to, but I will get to a few of them. So, but Popeye is celebrating a birthday a couple of weeks ago. Want to give Popeye his due credit because he's strong to the finish because he eats his spinach. Do you eat your spinach? Somebody asked me the other day, well, Sam, what's your favorite vegetable? I said, French fries, right? Yeah, French fries. French fries would, of course, be my favorite vegetable. What do you mean it's not? I mean, it is a fry, right? It's a potato. French fries count. Don't tell me that French fries count. If you would have said raw vegetables, then that's maybe different. Sliced tomato or something. Wait, tomato's not even a vegetable. Tomato's a fruit. See what you guys try to do to me? Is you try to confuse me right here. Tomato's a fruit. It's not even a vegetable. How about that? Well, no. I'm not eating spinach. No, guys, I'm not eating spinach. That's not happening. I'm not eating spinach. It's not going to be a thing. But Popeye will eat spinach. And of course, like I said, we'll play some Popeye here in just a few moments. Now, here's what's going to happen. Now, I had somebody the other day say, Sam, sometimes it's confusing because you're on the camera, then you're off the camera. And what's going on? Like, I don't understand all of this. And I say, well, it's very simple. Just make sure that at about 10:05, 10:10 is when I come on the Sam cam. Now, the first hour of the radio show is just radio only. Those are for the people who actually understand that this is a radio show first, and that you just seeing my beautiful pink puppet face is actually a supplement, not a substitute. See, everybody sits there and thinks, oh, well, Sam, well, you got to see it. No, you don't have to see me. What you want to do is you want to hear my beautiful puppet voice. If you hear my beautiful puppet voice, there's a couple of ways you can do that. WDCE.org. WDCE.org is where you can hear the live stream. Also, you can download the Live 365 app. Download the Live 365 app, search WDCE, and you'll be able to listen to the show. And you'll be able to listen to the show. And we'll be able to, you'll be able to participate and do everything. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Sorry. Sir Philosopher. Are you guys listening to mixtapes at noon? Are you listening to mixtape? You should be, because I think that he's got some kind of, did you say a Klaus Schwab jam? I want to listen to some Klaus Schwab jams. Anyways, Sir Philosopher says tomatoes are legally vegetables because God bless politicians. God bless politicians. I see Stiletto and Triple D down in the chat too. Guys, make sure you pump this out. Make sure you pump this video out. Share it, like it, tell all your friends. We're going to be back in about 15 minutes with Deep Cut Dave. Talk about some Popeye for a few moments. And we'll be back here on the other side of this break. Here on the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning.